Hello and welcome to Bargains, Garbage and Cars. I'm here with Benson.
Hello.
And for the first time ever, we've got a special guest that isn't Shafts. We've got Mushy, aka Dan, on the channel.
Hello.
Would you like to plug yourself a bit, sir?
Yeah, I have a gaming channel, pretty much focused around racing. I do a few other things here and there, but pretty much racing focused, and that is pretty much that in a nutshell.
So as you can see, he's in the right place right now.
Oh yes,
exactly. It's nice to have someone here who isn't Shafts. I mean, it's nice to have someone here who's, you know, another YouTuber. It's nice to have a guest, and I look forward to this a lot with having Dan here, who's more into his classic cars and racing and classic racing games, as you'll see
definitely.
on his channel. We've decided to hit up Car and Classic, which has just made me realize I will have to re-edit the thumbnail. Fantastic. Anyhow, shall we dive into the usual format of trying to find some bargains, some garbage, and some cars?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Wonderful. So, we're off strong with things I don't know what they are. What is a singer chamois? It's a cloth.
You wired cars with it.
Apparently so. It needs fettling, which is a term that's, I suppose, applicable to all the cars. They're not new. Fettling, usually.
I feel like the seller is not an 18-year-old who uses Facebook.
Exactly. Yeah, usually a fettling term required to a newer car would be you need to remap the entire ECU, and the Vanos has exploded, and such BMW related things. Now we have a 22B for £100,000.
That's a bargain.
That's a bargain. That's not even going to be,
especially with low mileage as well, 25,000 on the clock. So
I mean, that's
it's not actually driven that. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it's just a shame that it's right in the Impreza grenade territory of more than 5 miles.
Look at the bottom.
The bottom.
It's sold, but look at the bottom.
E39 5 Series.
Yes.
Are we going to look at an automatic?
No.
E39?
97. No, I don't have to look at it. That's what I like.
That's all about.
That's my jam.
That is. We have a £32,000 Toyota Corolla 11 E86.
Also a bargain if you consider
Absolute
tofu
bargain.
tax, drift tax.
yeah,
Over 70 grand put into the car.
that's just with tires.
Yeah. Should we find out if it's worth 32k?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Dive on in. This is very pretty, by the way. This is
very well done.
absolutely immaculate.
I'm saying it's a bargain.
I couldn't possibly attempt to make an argument that this is a bargain at the price tag, Rog. Consider what we've had as bargains on the show before. Pop the hood, yeah. Pop you.
Full on cage.
Keys racing, wheel, mandatory, digital dash.
I'm assuming if it's got a cage in already, it's got to be an X drift car, surely.
Yeah, not necessarily. I mean, it probably
or at least
is.
primed for
It will.
Competition.
There is no doubt at some point it has went sideways. So.
I think it's one of those cars where they built it with no purpose, and they're like, right, go buy this car and do something with it.
Oh, that's tidy.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's really that's obscenely clean. There's a lot of wire tucking going on there, and
although race cars are wire tucked for the sake of making it easy to work on mid race.
Yeah. Built over the last 12 years, so it arrived just after the sort of initial D-Weeb boom. So they probably got this car quite cheap.
Yeah.
Well, in comparison to what the price is now.
Maybe they had a premonition that they were actually going to be worth quite a bit, and they've put you can tell they put a lot of care and attention to detail into the, especially the cleaning of the engine and everything else.
Absolutely. Wow, it's been a cover car magazine for Japanese performance and fast car. Y'all remember Fast Car? That was a good magazine.
It was
and
like
Max Power as well.
Ah, yes, great place to get boobs.
Fast car was like Max Power without with less boobs.
Yeah,
There's more car, less boobs.
I was more interested in that
Yeah,
awful pink Escort that they used to keep showing on the cover.
that was in their game as well.
Yeah, Max Power Racing from Utechnics.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we were talking about that not too long ago. Let's see, I've got a rundown. Chassis rails strengthened, Siemens stitch welding, strut tops also reinforced, full custom cage, which links to the strut towers, tubular front panel. Wait, hold up. Fitting a JDM windscreen.
Yes.
But the car was JDM, or is still JDM. It's a Japanese domestic vehicle. One would have thought it would have came with the correct windscreen.
Well, maybe while it was in Japan, because the Japanese like doing this, they'll get US parts for their cars.
Well, yeah, that would make sense. I
Unless
guess
there was any damage done as well, maybe chips, cracks, and
it could have had
basic domestic.
an auto glass replaced at some point, and
Use the wrong windscreen, Gavin.
I want to try and like pick flaws in this car desperately because it's just too wonderful.
The only thing I can pick really is the black wrap on the bumpers and skirts. That's the only flaw I can think of with the car. The rest is absolutely perfect.
Yeah,
But that's more like an opinion more than the car actually being wrong.
It's perfect. It's built, I believe, is the.
This is the most period correct modified A86 you will find today.
Yeah. Any attention to detail with what they've added on there is just absolutely staggering.
If you think about it, you're getting a blank canvas. It's just a white car.
Well, yeah. If you wanted to get a Sharpie out and draw penises on the side, yeah, great.
Hatsune Miku. There you go.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Oh, good lord.
Bit of anime on the side.
Might as well go play Forza now and just look at all the Atasha. So we've got a potential bargain contender.
That is the bargain.
If you can believe it, at 32 grand.
Oh, 94. Exceptionally low mileage classic mini. 10,000.
£10,000
Yeah, I've been looking at
for a biscuit tin.
the pricing of minis at the low end. £1,000 is like the VIN. Like you're buying a really rotten mini, but the point is you get the VIN out of that and put it into one of these new shells for like £7,000.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
See, I'm just listening to all these like starlet glands. All I can think of is Gran Turismo.
Yeah,
Because that's the only time I've ever heard these names. Apart from one time I've seen a Demio roaming around town, and it's the only Demio I've actually ever seen.
And that's how it begins.
Starlet Glands V. Yeah.
So some of these cars are like amazing, but they do not fit this video at all. A Pantera, come on.
Wonderful.
Maybe you should like arrange it by price.
I wish you could, but the website does not support that function. Modified Ford Anglia, 1966. It's in seafoam blue. Let's have a look at Harry Potter after he'd done a line of ketamine.
To be honest, there's something that the wheels that ruins it.
The front wheels,
yeah, they've ruined it with the wheels. See, they need to be the box standard ones, but the color, I mean, 70s colors, you know, it was like you could have any color you want unless it's seafoam blue or beige. That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
But they were very pastel colors, not like today where you get like a neon pink Yaris driving around the middle of town, driven by a bloke in a white shirt and tie sort of thing.
Yeah.
No, it's funny you should say that. I did see a new model Yaris today in VGC purple.
Oh. Clearly a fan.
Obviously. I think these sort of pastel colours would look quite good on some modern cars. It'd be nice to see a change from white, silver, and
Yeah, white, silver, black, or red.
yeah, and that phase.
Well, I can't talk now.
Well, no, that's
silver car
just
and a red
listed
car.
all the color of your cars. It's going so fast that the photo of the interior is blurry. Amazing. That's a big shifter. Doubt it's a Zilla Life one, but we're going to say it is a Zilla Life shifter.
Are they known to spontaneous combustion? Why has it got a fire extinguisher in the footwell?
It has the fire extinguisher in the footwell, so that when you get collided with by a Ford Transit at the front left passenger side and the weak metal of an old Ford Anglia buckles, it launches the fire extinguisher into your face, killing you instantly, so you don't have to live with the shame of losing your car.
That is true, so you don't actually suffer. Otherwise, it could be attached to the seat and you can jettison out in case of an accident anyway.
Get your seat out, cars.
I like that one more. Right. So it has air horns. That's what the fire extinguisher's for. It's a dummy. It powers the air horns.
That manifold just screams, "Come at me, bro."
Well, yeah. What the hell? What? So he's selling his lovingly restored Ford Anglia car, in case you mistake it for the Ford Anglia boat. She is in beautiful condition and has had a lot of work and money spent on her. She has been resprayed in her original color of seafoam blue and modified to a high spec with an 1600 X-Flow Stage 2 head high lift cam World Cup XM. What? What?
Words being thrown at me.
These are just words. Where did World Cup come into
You
that?
lost me around high lift cam.
What's an X member?
It's not like the X. It's, you know when you're part of the X-Men.
You're an X member.
You become the X-Members.
What the hell? Moving swiftly on. That's an Anglia. Certainly a contender for a car, as it states quite clearly there.
I was half expecting a wheelbarrow, but there you go.
I know. A wheelbarrow would have been quicker. We have quite
I would like the SVX Indie Pace Car Tribute.
It's, as far as I can tell, a bog standard SVX with the pace car livery on the side.
It's already the best car then.
Is an SVX worth $5,000 anyway?
I don't know the pricing for an SVX. I just know they're very quirky.
Yeah, I mean it has a flat 6, so why wouldn't it be? That is the definition of quirk. Okay, so shall we hop in there, or should we go to the USA for an Opel that can do 376 miles per gallon?
Is this for garbage, right? The Opel?
Possibly.
my vote's on the Opel.
Opel?
Opel it up.
Opel fruits. You remember those?
Oh,
Is that
yeah,
a toy?
yeah.
It looks
Maybe
like
that's why it does 376 miles.
yeah, it looks like a low-res picture of a Matchbox toy.
That fully looks
Or
like
corgi.
a toy.
A corgi toy. That's what it is. See, it's got the stupid fitment that corgi toys had.
Oh, yeah.
Where's its wheel? It's only got 2 wheels.
Yeah, they already painted over the headlights as well. I mean,
oh my god. If you haven't heard the full story, this historic station wagon broke the world record for auto gas mileage in October 1973 with a highly modified engine which allowed the car to travel 376.59 miles on a single gallon of gasoline during a Shell Oil Company contest at Wood River, Illinois. Wait a minute,
I have a question.
that's a US gallon.
I have a question.
What?
How's it a station wagon when it's clearly a ute?
Because Americans don't understand body shapes.
because they lost a plastic bit at the back.
Yeah, that is it.
Somewhere.
How much is it? Because it said as stated, but I don't see a stated price.
Good point. Who knows?
Usually you can get for like 50p at a car boot sale.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. You get a little
Perfect.
box of them and you rummage around. And
Can this be just like a candidate for garbage because it's clearly a toy?
Yeah.
It's clearly a toy. Someone's broken.
There we
Put it
go.
in like a little diorama set and take like a really crappy photo of it, make it pass as a car.
Garbage candidate. So we have a Mexico replica. My dad was
Those are very
big
cool.
into building Mexico replicas for some reason in his youth, back in 1700 or whenever he was born.
Is he Father Time?
Yeah, very possibly. A delightful BMC Morris minivan. I'm sure it is. Right. A 2000 Jaguar XK8 unique racing recreation. Is this from Race Driver 2? Possibly.
It looks like it's from Forza as well, because it's a 2000 XK8, but it's got like a the Red Bull livery or something on it.
It does. It's a recreation of the car that took part in the 2004 Italian FIA GT series.
Look, it's modified. We should look at it.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll look.
Oh, of course it's red. Oh my god, the hell?
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
That's not an XK that I was imagining.
I'm loving the slant nose thing going on there. I don't know if that's a legit part of the GT racers. I didn't.
Looking at it quickly, I would say it looked more like a Ferrari than anything.
Yeah.
The rear is a bit derpy. I will say. It's like a Ferrari 550, like you said. It's got that Ferrari look to it. It's like really low
admit,
now.
when I looked at the thumbnail down here for the rear end, I did look back up at the title to ensure that I had in fact clicked on the right car. Blue touches. It's kind of weird, the exterior, and it's still got the full plush leather, heated, fully adjustable electronically seats, the slush box in the middle.
Very choice blue pieces.
Blue. It looks like it's got blue wood grain, and then just spray painted blue, and then more blue wood grain, and then blue suede because you don't step on them shoes. Very odd.
A tiny reference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Only the most up to date memes on this channel.
Looks like someone's made a 550 replica out of like a Peugeot 406.
Yeah.
Yes,
It
the
doesn't-
406 coupe. Weird.
It just looks, yeah. What does the front look like? The next picture along. I'm very curious.
I think it is supposed to be a
Ferrari,
Ferrari because that looks like F550.
And the front looks like an eBay F40.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I actually kind of like the front because, again, mentioning Lister, it looks a bit like a Lister Storm.
All that, yeah, actually, yeah.
The thing that I don't like about it on the rear end, the right hand side Pirelli logo is slightly slanted.
Ah, yes. He's not,
It's not symmetrical.
Is
nope.
that just camera angle, maybe? Because we are looking slightly from the left.
It shouldn't look that different, though.
Yeah,
It should at least look like it flows rather than droops down. Like it's crying.
You didn't put enough fairy liquid on there, so it wouldn't slide around before it dried. So.
It's got those Demon Tweak bonnet latches. Remember, back to the totally Anare Audi TT, and we mentioned how being able to see through
yes.
underneath
See through the
your
bumper.
front bumper isn't a great aesthetic,
No.
and this is quite an exceptional gap. No closer to really knowing what's going on with the badging or what it's supposed to be.
I hate to say it, but I get the idea, but the way they've done it,
It hasn't been orchestrated.
yeah.
It needs more. Like, it's just little things like little red arrow that usually either points to toe latches or sometimes ignition extinguish switches, but there'll usually be a little E symbol beside that, is pointing to a Pirelli logo, or possibly the indicator. This, by the way, look, Pirelli, just in case you didn't notice, which, if we could enlarge the pictures, unfortunately,
It's
we
probably
can't.
running on Dunlops.
Yeah.
Or Linglongs.
It could go one better. It could be run on just basic Avons.
So this
Ooh.
is £18,500, which is well above the asking price for a standard XK8.
It says it's not a kit car, though.
It's not a kit car or a copy of a road car, but a hand-built car that you will not see anywhere else. Show car, daily use or track day car, based on Jaguar XK8 4-litre V8, so servicing straightforward, and 23
what?
miles per gallon. Yeah.
Tell me where a Jaguar is straightforward with servicing.
Oh, it's straightforward, just frequent. All the usual Jaguar toys, including aircon, front and rear facing parking cameras. Amazing that they've kept that in there as well. 2+2, because nothing like embarrassing your kids on the school run. And a very generous boot, so much more practical and cheaper than your average supercar, which it's not, it's a GT. Very comfortable and enjoyable to drive, a real head turner and conversation starter. Oh, I bet it is.
Oh, yeah.
And it starts with, why have you done this?
What is that?
Why does it look like the FZ50 from Live for Speed?
Oh god, yeah. Yeah, it does.
It just hit me.
Yes, that's what it is. It's a weird generic car created for an obscure game that only 10 people watching right now, if that, have ever heard of.
I've heard of Live for Speed, I just haven't been able to get my hands on it to actually play it. But it does look quite fun, actually.
I wouldn't know where this would be a contender for. All I know is
I really
that...
want to put it in garbage just because it's an actual proper, like, if a Jag XK8 is not a bad car. In fact, they're approaching, like, that classic status anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's ruined it.
I would make the argument that if it wasn't for the interior, ironically remaining standard, or near standard, this would actually be at least interesting in a more positive way. But the fact that it is a plush GT car that someone has whatever this is to it, I don't know.
I feel like it's in league with that R8 TT.
Yes, it is very much in league with the R8 TT. So
if there was a race series for like crappy conversions, those two would be in it.
A modified Vauxhall Corsa, now you're talking.
Funnily enough, we have featured this on this very series, this car right here.
Oh, really?
That same car?
It's the V6 swap. It's the...
No one bought it. After our video covered it, no one bought it.
I know. I would have bought it because it's got a friggin' Omega V6 under what looks like a standard 1.1 Corsa.
Wasn't like everything else standard on it though.
No, it had a brake upgrade. We have a Volvo 244 DL modified show car.
Oh.
Do you have some love for Volvos, Dan? How do you feel about bricks that move?
Yeah, we used to have one. But quite a long time ago. It was a newer model, I think 2004 model, but I mean, yeah, they were just impenetrable objects. You well, the Latin name for them is I roll, and you see them on the Swedish rallies. You see a lot of old Volvos, and they can roll, lose wheels, and everything. They carry on going. Nothing stops them at all.
And this...
I'll happily say I've been in the boot of a V40 as it was driving along.
See, one of my favourite Volvos is, of course, like British touring cars, the 850 Estate.
Oh my god!
Yes,
It just looks very, very nice.
I had the privilege of seeing that in person as a kid at Knock Hill, and it was the greatest experience of my life. In the Volvo department, we have Predator drones, some sort of hot rod, or possibly slammed
I'm impressed
T1.
you knew what drone that was, even that it was a drone in the first place. I thought it was a random plane.
No, it isn't actually a Predator drone. A Predator drone has a bulbous, like, head thing.
Right.
It's weird. It's just...
You still know that.
Well, anyway, For some reason, I'm getting grilled for having slight aviation knowledge. This looks good though, really.
I like it when a car ad is just full of like professional photos like this.
Yes.
Yeah. Again, though, I'm not sure about the wheels.
I like them. Let's say I
They're-
think it needs
They're okay.
it.
They just look a bit too small for the wheel arches, I
They're
think.
definitely too small.
I
Yeah.
think given the era, anything bigger would look too gangster, too dub,
I think
too
if
so.
you had 15s,
Yeah, so what are they? 13?
it was like 13, yeah.
We will find out in the tech specs that they probably posted.
Nice. We always have the
There's the
square
original
headlights.
wheels on there then, see? They look alright.
I guess that was when
Admittedly,
you first got it.
And it's got the old headlight cluster as well.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't know what I prefer, a square or a circle. one.
yeah, I
prefer
don't
the
know which.
square. I prefer a square, personally.
Hmm.
I
Because they
think
match the front grille.
Yeah,
that's true, and he has the wiper blades.
Mm.
you can't forget the wiper blades.
So yeah,
When cars had wiper blades for their headlights, that was the era.
that we
Did absolutely nothing.
We had a,
reached the
Sapphire
peak
with
of
those.
society.
They didn't work.
No.
They never worked, but it's just having
They
them
were
there was the best thing.
pointless. They were absolutely fucking pointless. I think I could dig the stock wheels, but, and this is kind of controversial, I feel like they would need lip extensions and widen slightly.
Mm.
And I think
I
they
think
would.
wide enough to have modern tyres.
Yeah.
Is where I'd go with that. And I know like having period correct tyres is fine, but also like having the correct cut tyres for the road we currently have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
being alive is pretty cool
Yes.
sometimes. So, not a huge amount of modification. No engine-based shots, which is surprising.
Because where it's probably dirty in there. So you say, nope, I'm not showing this.
Absolutely. So for sale due to a change in personal circumstances. It is rust-free and has an MOT till the past.
Yes,
So
that's
it no
gone now.
longer has an MOT.
I'm hoping it passed. I was saying if it's still for sale, then it wouldn't have an OT on it yet.
True. Hub-centric adapters. Change the fitment from Volvo to BMW Pontiac.
I like how I had to put Pontiac in
Yeah,
there.
just in case, someone has a Pontiac. Pontiac
Oh, that's
Trans Am
right.
wheels.
Oh, they are 15s.
Oh.
Nankang tires. Yeah, so that makes the wheels even cooler, in my opinion, is the fact that they're Pontiac.
I mean, it
They're
makes the wheels cool, but they're still too small for the car.
Mm.
immobilizer, so get that insurance premium down. On gear rear louver. No, if I did see photo 11. Where is photo 11?
Was there 11 photos?
Oh, what?
It's only 6.
Oh, false advertising,
I want to
sir.
see the rear louver.
This car's immediately garbage now. It's got no louvers on it.
It's a
It's
genuine.
probably been copied and pasted from another advertisement.
Yeah.
Maybe a Volvo enthusiast website or something.
Genuine pre-1978 headlight conversion, Nardi corn wheel with wooden Volvo P1800 gear knob and custom tweed gator.
Oh my god,
That's
tweed.
amazing.
Everyone's getting like suede or
Yeah,
whatever that lightweight material is. This guy's got tweed. It's
Everyone's
classic.
sold on the tweed. There you go.
Sponsor car for Rims Carnated Limited regularly features that players, speed hunters, players classics, etc. And sponsorship will pass with the title. This allows 50% off wheel refurbishing, and Isaac will give you a wide variety of custom wheel options with complimentary consultations. So there's a nice little bonus for you thrown in.
So if you don't like the wheels, just go, hey, I don't like the wheels.
Yeah.
Isaac would be like, all right, I'll sort you out, bruv.
Nice.
He's from East London now, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's located in South
What's
London,
with
so
wheels, eh?
it's very possible that... There we go.
Oh, there's 3 of them.
There's that just reminded me. I was on the bus coming back from town, and there was this girl on the phone behind me, and every sentence she was like, "Trust me, trust me." I'm like, "Shut up! Talk English. Shut up."
I like just one of the people who put like kisses after everything they write.
Oh God,
My sister
no.
does that.
It's like, stop it. Please, save it for the end.
Please buy me a drink first, at least. Come on. So, bargain?
I
Nah.
would say.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a bargain in the bargain area.
It's a bargain candidate.
It's good money. We've seen worse for more.
We bargained worse.
Shall we get one more thing? Good, bad, middling.
Yeah.
Alfa Romeo
Alfa
Montreal.
Romeo.
Race
Oh my
and street
God.
legal.
Can it be both?
Race car. It's a race car that's been modified to drive classic races. So,
76,000.
yeah, that's a bit too much. I don't think we're getting that one. Not that we'd be getting any of these because they're all far too much.
Oh, you got the other one, the XK there, 120,000.
Jesus H Christ!
That car is older than everything.
It has
The
overdrive.
Mintigrali.
It's going to shift into maximum overdrive.
Yeah.
Gas, gas, gas.
Ferrari 412i, because apparently it's a BMW. A modified Lada Riva.
Oh my God.
Oh my word.
Shall we head off to the Soviet Union, comrades?
Yes, cousin.
Yes.
Maybe because
Duh.
Oh, it has the 3 stripes of Adidas.
much Slav, very well. It's.
Is
oh my
it bad that I love this car?
it's
I actually do
kind
as
of
well. I
brilliant.
actually like the look at it.
I like the front lip, I like the wheel, I like that random stripe it has.
Go faster stripes, they always work.
It looks like it's got a very tidy interior with, because you definitely need them harnesses. You don't want to be strapped in a ladder when you crash. You want to be thrown clear of the accident.
Oh no, we had the Lada Riva when I was a kid, and it got into an accident. I was in the car, but it got into an accident, and it came back with just a headlight broken. Apparently,
wow.
the other car, I think it was a Ford Escort or something, got pretty heavily damaged. Lada was fine.
That interior is incredibly clean. Seriously,
Mm-hmm.
perfectly
Everyone's
clean.
just too scared to drive the bloody thing,
And
that's why.
I am almost certain it did not leave the factory with that lever there. That valuable lever that could be used for comrades' military boots.
I repurposed my boots.
And it's got
Ooh.
ITBs.
It's a twin cam. It's got that Lada horsepower.
Fiat motor. So
What is
Lada
Lada horsepower anyway? Is that 0 to 60 in 2.5 months?
It's 0 to 60 in yes.
no, I thought it was no, but just not possible.
0 to 60 in yet.
So it's a 72 Lada 1200, purchased new by the guy's grandfather. Now this is actually kind of interesting that it's got some sort of history here. As a birthday present for his father, the car stayed in the family since and was acquired by me in 2012. Has original service book all the way from the 70s. Car has built on mix of classic Japanese spirit Kiilstofte, Italian Berliner Sportiva, and has so many modifications, rare vintage parts in unique quantity, like Arbath dashboard, chin spoiler from a Nissan Skyline GTR,
Oh my God.
C10.
Wow.
This is a nerd stream Lada.
Yeah.
Starts up and runs well every time. All liquids are changed a month ago. Rubber bushings around suspension. Chassis is in good condition for his 47 years, but ideally requires repainting. It has original work equips. They've been
1979.
widened, installed on spacers. Lowered springs, more hardest from Lada Neva. What? Lowered springs from a Neva? How does that work?
Because in Russia they have Nevas for every situation.
Oh, of
So you have
course.
stance Nevas,
Yeah.
white foot Nevas, rock crawling Nevas, drag Nevas.
Custom muffler. On the analogy of Fujitsubo runs, I suggest that means it's in the style of and not actually a Fujitsubo.
Yeah, I think he's like
Backbox.
looked at a Fujitsubo and gone, "I'm gonna make that."
That's still kind of cool. For an extra price, there is an Arbath twin cam swap kit. So the engine isn't in there, but you can buy it extra. 200
Well, I have an
horsepower.
engine crane.
Yes,
Just
yes,
saying.
you do. Engine is latest 1.2 liter from Legendary. Fiat Ritmo Strada Arbath. Apparently has great potential for tuning. I don't know what more
It's
you can
very
do.
famous, very good tuning engine.
ITBs. So it includes, this is the engine now we're just on to, that isn't in the car, but could be in the car if you wanted it to be in the car. It has domed pistons, turbo camshafts, 5-speed gearbox, injector throttles from JDM Toyota 11 101. And gone, what?
This is random. It's passing everything.
Yeah, it really has, because it has the steering rack from a Honda CRX.
I can vouch for that steering rack.
Fuel injectors for the Impreza STI, the Denso ones. Injector wiring from a latest Lada. New petrol node, oil cooler, 16 row. Fiat Argenta, full drive shaft. Combining a Lada one, you'll get an ideal conversion. 5 kilo Arbath and 4 kilo Lada flywheels, take your pick. 421 Arbath manifold. Fiat 131 oil pan, thermostat, Magneti Morelli distributor, engine in disassembled condition, whatever. Do not hesitate to ask for any questions about cars. Short video, details above. There's no video above. £5,000 though, only. Offers invited.
That is pretty damn good, to be honest.
But what I'm curious about is if this thing has literally been in the family since 1972, since the car was brand new, why the hell is he selling it?
I think he's not grateful enough. This is the
I
sort of
would
car you
almost-
pass down to your kids, and
Yeah.
kids would pass it down to their kids.
That's what I
Yeah.
mean. That's literally what happened, and I would feel bad for buying it.
Yeah. Maybe he wanted a Yugo instead.
It's in the Ukraine, so that might be why he's selling it on account of, it might get blown up any moment.
It's got really low miles considering where it's like how old the car is.
161,000 miles. I fucking love this car.
Someone do the math. How many miles per year is that average?
I accidentally showed a telephone number, but it's all the way in the Ukraine. So if someone wants to get international call charges and call it, on you go. I'm not going to stop you.
So how old is that car?
Brain, 30, 40, 47 years old.
So a year it does 7,567.
Holy crap.
That's actually a reasonable average. Actually.
Yeah.
I was thinking it'd be quite low, but no.
That's about what you get in the less bumpy miles to the nearest town countries. I love this. $5 grand.
$5,000.
$5,000.
You can do a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah.
The same with 11. It looks like a lot of care and attention has gone into it over the years as well.
I suppose that brings us to the big questions. And we'll start with what constituted just being a car. What was an acceptable car?
Ooh, I'd rather start with a bargain first, because if what I think is a good bargain doesn't get the bargain vote, I want it as a car.
Right. Well, that's the reason I started at car, is because there could be some problems with bargain. Okay, well, we'll do bargain first then. What's everybody's view on the bargain for this episode? Don't all jump at once.
No one wants to go first.
Well, I'm just gonna say it. This is what I want to vote for bargain. This here, I want to take this and drag it somehow, the whole car. There we go. I'm gonna just put that in my Dropbox for later.
Oh, I want to say the Volvo because it's been restored.
Volvo because it's been restored.
Yes, whereas this needs repainting, the guy said.
Yeah, I would think. I don't know. I'm torn between Volvo and this.
This has traceable history all the way back to being brand new in a country that is not exactly well known for, history not disappearing.
So the car is the country's history.
That is not at all what I said, but sure, we'll go with that.
Politics.
I would say, yeah, I would probably go for this end because it is quite, it is quite cheap as well for what you're getting.
Those crazy parts, just crazy.
And it seems like every manufacturer on the planet is compatible with this thing as well. So if something breaks, you just, grab one from down the bloody chop shop.
Well, that's it as well. And even then, it's still ultimately a Russian car. So when the apocalypse happens and all that's roaming the earth is giant ants and share, then you can, roll out in your modified Lada Riva, being the flyest mutant out there. It's a 2-to-1. I mean, the Volvo loses, which I guess we know what Roger's car is going to be.
I can see Mad Max driving that thing in the deserts of the wilderness, post-apocalyptic.
Yeah. Just, slab squatting everywhere. With bottles of...
Would it not be Grumpy Georgie?
What? Yeah.
Mad Max.
Irritated Ivan.
Irritated Ivan. Oh, God damn it, my wife. I liked her a bit.
The garbage, then. What is the garbage today? I think this is going to be... I think we're all going to agree straight away.
It's that wonderful Jaguar Ferrari FZ50.
I still cannot wrap my brains around where the Jag starts and the Ferrari ends. There is just no in between. It's just why.
It's to the point where it's gone, fully like where GTA cars have no licensing, so like just a mishmash of everything else.
Yeah,
it's
pretty
much.
It's
that level. It's like it's this, but it's also that.
Something you would see on BeamNG.
Yes.
My God, yeah. Actually.
It's something a stream made.
Yeah. Twitch makes cars.
Yes. And they made that.
Yes.
That explains why the interior wasn't modified. You can't work on the interior in automation.
You guys donated in total about $200 and you've made that.
You should be proud of yourself. Okay, yeah, I agree. I think that was always going to be the case from the second we clicked on it. The Matchbox car looked like it could have been, but the I was going to combine Foe and Jaguar there, and I realized that would have definitely got us demonetized. That would not have worked at all.
Joe.
Yeah, Joe. We'll swap it that way round, not the other way round. Okay, so the car then. What would be the car? What do you reckon?
It's going to be a Volvo, I think.
Yeah.
Volvo for the car?
Volvo. Yep.
It's just a car. I'd say it's just a car.
It's the car that, if you own it, you can go down to Isaac and tell him, you know what, I want some 16s.
I'd say it's more of a car than the Ford Anglia car was a car.
Yes.
Volvo would be more practical, and at least it's a bit more safer because it works the best of both worlds. You have a car and a tank all rolled into one, and it can do your weekly little shopping as well. So bargain.
If it was an estate, it would be the absolute perfect Volvo.
Think how much freeway cola
Yeah,
you
you
can
could put
carry
Lada in the
around.
back.
Or you could have like Lidl's entire warehouse stock in the boot of a Volvo estate.
And you can have the Opel on the dashboard because it is a Matchbox toy, anyways.
Yeah, it is. With no rear wheels. And someone's like cut the actual station wagon part off of it. Makes it a ute.
We'll make a video putting it in my my table vise, just crushing it. 'Cause that's what usually that's what everyone did with their friggin' Matchbox cars. They just crushed them.
Oh yeah.
Cause...
Pliers or vice.
Yeah.
But at one time I tried firecrackers and it didn't really work. Firecrackers make more of a bang.
Good memes, good times. Well, there we go. That's the 3 winners. After looking at the Jag, I think we're the losers today, really. Be sure, everyone, to check out Dan's channel. The link will be down below, and we'll probably poke it in that community tab. I'm still not sure what cool things you can do with the community tab yet, so have a look. If you enjoy classic racing games and just generally racing games, then watch his stuff. If you don't, why the fuck are you on this channel? Go away. Get out of here.
It's literally like the same kind of
Yeah.
You enjoy us, you enjoy Dan.
I'm pretty sure one of my ex-partners gave a similar review. Anyway, I'll be all from us at the BanterGamingChannel and from Mushy. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll see you later.
See ya.
Bye.